All right, let's jump right into something that is just absolutely fascinating. We're talking about the incredible and kind of surprising connection between what's happening in your gut and what's going on in your brain. Yep, we're going to explore how your digestive system could literally be shaping your thoughts and your feelings.
So let me just ask you this, right off the bat. Is your gut actually controlling your mood? I know, it sounds a little out there, but the answer might surprise you. It's a huge yes. In fact, scientists are finding more and more that poor gut health is directly tied to things like anxiety, depression, and even brain fog.
You know, the easiest way to think about it is like this. Your gut and your brain are basically best friends, and they are in a constant, nonstop conversation with each other. This little chat they're having, it affects everything, your mood, your energy, how you deal with stress, the whole shebang. It's a relationship that's just so central to how you feel day in and day out. So, to really understand this conversation, we've got to visit the source, right? We need to take a little trip and explore this incredible world living inside you, this bustling city in your gut. Let's go meet its trillions of residents.
That's right, trillions, with a T. It's a number so big it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around, and this entire massive community calls your digestive system home. Wow.
And this massive community actually has a name. It's called the gut microbiome. And we're not just talking about bacteria here. It's a whole diverse ecosystem of fungi and viruses, too. It is literally like a complex, thriving city that exists right inside of you.
And like any city, you've got different kinds of residents. You've got the good guys. Think of them as the guardians of your gut. They help you digest your food, they boost your immune system, and, this is a big one, they produce those feel-good brain chemicals that keep you happy. But then, you've got the bad guys, the troublemakers, and they love it when you eat a lot of sugar and junk food. They release all sorts of nasty chemicals that cause inflammation and make you feel bloated and just blah.
So what happens when those troublemakers start to run the show? Well, it's not good. The protective wall inside your gut can actually get damaged. Picture a wall that's starting to get cracks in it, and when that happens, nasty stuff can leak out into your bloodstream. This whole situation is called leaky gut, and it has very real effects on your mind, often leading to that feeling of mental fog, being tired all the time, and a whole lot of anxiety.
So this brings us to the million-dollar question. How does a problem in your stomach actually cause an issue up in your head? How do they even talk to each other? Well, let's take a look at the incredible communication network that connects them. It's pretty amazing.
The official name for this network is the gut-brain axis. And really, it's this two-way communication superhighway that directly links that city in your gut to your brain and central nervous system. The superhighway analogy is perfect. Just imagine traffic flowing in both directions, all day, every day. You've got signals from your guts zipping up to your brain and signals from your brain cruising right back down to your gut.
And get this superhighway isn't just an idea, it's a physical road. It's called the vagus nerve. It's the longest nerve in your whole body, and it acts as the main information channel, the actual wire that connects your gut and brain. To make it even simpler, think of it like a super-fast WhatsApp chat. Messages are sent back and forth almost instantly. Your gut and your brain are in constant, real-time communication. It's that fast.
Okay, so let's pull this out of the science lab and look at how this two-way conversation actually shows up in our real lives. Because this isn't just some abstract theory. You can find proof of this connection in feelings that all of us have like every single day. And always remember, the key here is that the communication goes both ways. It is not a one-way street. Your gut talks to your brain, and your brain talks right back. So, let's start with messages from the gut to the brain. Think about feeling hungry. You only feel hungry because your stomach sent a message up that superhighway that basically said, hey, I need some food down here. Same thing with indigestion. Your gut sends out a distress signal and your brain gets the message and interprets it as pain or that sick feeling.
Now let's flip it. What about messages from the brain to the gut? I mean, come on, have you ever been really stressed out and all of a sudden you just feel sick to your stomach? Or what about getting butterflies when you're nervous? That, right there, is your brain talking directly to your gut.
Let's actually walk through what's happening during that stress response. So, it starts when your brain senses some kind of threat. Immediately, your body releases the stress hormone cortisol. Now, if that stress keeps up, the vagus nerve just gets overwhelmed, and that gut-brain connection starts to get weak. And the result? Your entire digestive system slows right down, which leads to that awful bloating and upset stomach. It's a direct response to your brain's stress.
Okay,
This brings us to the final and maybe the most important connection of all. Let's talk about how the food you eat and the health of your gut are directly responsible for creating the chemicals that control your mood.
See, your gut is basically a huge factory for neurotransmitters. A healthy gut is pumping out tons of serotonin. That's the good mood chemical, and GABA, which helps you feel calm. But when your gut is a mess because of a bad diet or too much stress, the production of these chemicals just tanks, and that leads directly to mood swings, anxiety, and even depression.
So the most crucial takeaway, the one thing to remember from all of this, is really simple, but it's so profound. What you feed your gut, you are literally feeding your mind. They are completely linked. The health of one has a direct impact on the health of the other.
And that leaves us with one last powerful question to think about. Knowing everything we just talked about, what are you feeding your second brain? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me today.